everyone, and welcome to a 10 for Life video. This is one of my very favorite videos to watch, so I hope you also enjoy it. But before we get started, you guys, if something does not look right, it might be because I am blind. Right, so let's get into it. So the very first video I've done on my channel was my 5 perfumes for life. So that has changed a bit in the meantime, because obviously I've purchased new perfumes, and some was kicked off the list, some stayed on the list. And also I've decided as far as possible not to include any discontinued fragrances. If I've included a discontinued fragrance, I'm sorry, that is because I'm not aware that it's been discontinued. Right, so let's get into it. And I've cheated a bit. I've included 11, but 10 just sounds so much, so much better than 11, so much more even. So the first one is actually one that someone said has been discontinued. I'm not sure, but this is Narcissa Rodriguez Rouge. If you've watched my channel for a while now, you will know I absolutely love this one. It's a makeup-y smelling. It smells like eyeshadow, like blusher, that powdery makeup smell, but it's sweet, probably from the tonka bean, and the powderiness probably comes from the iris. Some people say this is definitely an evening scent. I don't know. I mean, for me, it feels quite appropriate for daytime, but probably more winter leaning. But obviously, you can wear what you want, when you want to. But for me, this is definitely a bit more appropriate for winter. And I absolutely love this bottle. It feels so high quality. And apparently, the color is beautiful as well. So that is Narcissa Rodriguez Rouge, the Eau de Parfum. Then I've got, and this was on my previous list, my beloved Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. This is classy femininity in a bottle, you guys. This is orange and patchouli and rose. So I'm going to stage production on Friday evening. It's quite a fancy event, I believe. And I think this one will accompany me on that trip. I cannot say enough good things about this one. It's appropriate for all occasions, for all seasons. It's such a versatile fragrance, and it will forever be in my collection. Apparently, the bottle is beautiful. To my hands, it feels boring. Then I've got my beloved Pink Sugar by Aquilina. This is a cotton candy licorice vanilla caramel, I think. Can't remember. Very sweet. Such a sweetly feminine fragrance, and it actually performs so well as well. So it's very cheap. I mean, in South Africa, I think you can get 100 ml for under 500 rand, which is very cheap. But to me, it doesn't smell cheap. It just smells so inoffensive, so soft. And I often wear this when I really feel just in a good mood. I just don't feel angry. I just feel happy and content. Sorry, keep on smelling it. But it is my 10 for life, my 11 for life. So it's not surprising. Then I've got, obviously, my Black Opium by YSL. So this is my vanilla coffee fragrance. Oh, it smells so nice. And as you know, this has been a recent repurchase. I cannot imagine not having this one in my collection. It's also, for me, it's very versatile. Some people will say, no, it's more going out, more clubbing, that sort of vibe. For me, no. I mean, I've worn this to work, to a lunch, to everything, to going out in the evening. For me, it just molds itself to fit the occasion. Oh, it's so sweet. It's sweet coffee, this one, as I like it. And that is Black Opium by YSL. Then I've got this one, my only, I think, very bold fragrance. And this is Olympia by Coco Mademoiselle. Salty vanilla, very seductive, very out there fragrance. Oh, I love it. I love it. So this for me is definitely date and night appropriate. I wouldn't necessarily wear this to work, I don't think. I absolutely love this one. I have a backup of this one, a 80 ml. I think this is a 30 or 50 ml. I can never remember. But I have a backup of this one because I never want to go without this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right. So then we have, no surprise, it was on my previous list as well, Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. My tea osmanthus vanilla fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance. This is what I want to smell like actually all the time. If I had to choose a signature scent, it probably would have been this one. I also like my Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, so it would have been between these two, but oh, I love it. The only thing is it doesn't perform. No one can smell it on me and I can't smell it on myself. Can't I make an intense version or something? But this is also appropriate for everything. Everything. Date night, work, name it. This is, you can wear it everywhere. Oh, I've fallen in love with this fragrance. So in my 5 perfumes for life, I had this one and La Vie Belle, because I said I couldn't choose between the two. I've made my choice. It's definitely Flower Bomb. And you will also notice that La Vie Belle, Lancome's La Vie Belle, is no longer on this list. It's not that I don't like it. You will probably know that fragrance. It's a pear, vanilla, praline fragrance. It's not that I don't like it. I still love it. But I find myself reaching for Flower Bomb much more. And La Vie Belle sometimes can get a bit too much in the sweet department. So, but I do still love it very much. Then I've got La Belle by Jean Paul Gaultier, and I believe this was also on my previous video. This is a pear, vanilla, smells like cinnamon. There's no cinnamon in here, but it does smell like it. And actually, let me spray it on. Oh, you get that burst of pear in the beginning. Oh, and it smells spicy, and I don't really like spicy, but in this one, it definitely adds value. This to me leans more winter, but I mean, you can wear it anytime. And it's absolutely nice for date night as well. Love this one. And I think it will always be in my collection. Then I have my recent purchase, Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, the Eau de Parfum. This is a grapefruit, quince, rose, musk fragrance. I know there's no apple in here, but it smells to me like a bright green apple shampoo with some flowers. Not that it's shampooy at all. It's just that, you know, when someone has used apple shampoo, but it just smells like a very bright and happy apple. That's what this smells like to me. It is so florally and fruity and feminine. I absolutely adore this fragrance, and it will always be in my collection. And look, I love the bottle. I don't know, it just feels classy to me. It's also appropriate for any time of day. probably more so summer fragrance, I would say. Yeah, I just wish it lasted a bit longer and that it projected a bit more. Then I've got how many left? 3, I think. So this is REM by Ariana Grande. I could easily have chosen or selected Cloud or Thank You Next because I love them to bits. And I also think they will be in my collection forever. But this one, oh, it's so nice. This is a salted lavender. This is just so comforting. It also don't project well. It seems like a lot of fragrances I like doesn't project. So I don't know. I don't know what that is about. But this is a very comforting, very addictive fragrance for me. If I start using this one, I can't stop. And this one I love to wear to bed. Love, 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 love. I actually get obsessed with it once I start using it. And then I've got my beloved sweet caramel juicy couture, gold couture. My subtly sexy perfume. Oh, it feels like I want to lick the bottle when I smell it. It's a thick caramel, a thick, thick caramel with berries on top. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This one is more appropriate for winter, I suppose, but I will wear it during summer as well. I'm sorry. I love it too much. I can't say goodbye to it for such an extended amount of time. And then the last one, I think I've said this is in no order, right? I just want to make absolutely sure. Yeah, there's nothing left. This is Mon Guerlain, Guerlain, my antidepressant, anti-anxiety fragrance, lavender, vanilla, licorice. Oh, and I love it also for bedtime. And this is absolutely beautiful. It's my second 30 ml bottle. So next time when this is done, I'm going to run out and I'm going to get 100 ml for sure. For sure. I cannot be without this fragrance. And for me, I know a lot of people pick up on the lavender quite distinctly, and I also do get it. But definitely for me, it dries down to this very warm vanilla. Absolutely addictive. I love it and comforting. So there you go. There's my 11 for life. My Mon Guerlain, my La Belle, my Chanel Chance au Tendre, REM by Ariana Grande, Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, YSL Black Opium, Aquilina Pink Sugar, Flower Bomb by Victor and Rolf. Should get another tray for a change. Olympia by Paco Rabanne, Narcissa Rodriguez Rouge, and Juicy Couture Gold Couture. Oh my goodness. You can just count. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. Great. So these are my 11 for life, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what your 10 for life are. I would love to know. And I'm always keen to know what fragrances I should try out. So please let me know. And until next time, take good care.